It's about 9 o'clock in the morning and I'm sitting here outside of my apartment in the city waiting for a taxi, a Lyft, to take me up to Butler to pick up the airplane. Not ideal. The last time I went to go pick up the airplane, I got a ride from somebody else in an airplane. I got to the FBO and retrieved the airplane and it looked great. Every annual I've ever done at a mechanic also ended with a wash. It was time to do a pre-flight and head home. So when I do a normal pre-flight, I always used to do them in particular order. So I do fluids, and then covers, fluids, and then there you get the cover off, do cover, fluids, and then a walk around. So that's a pretty typical pre-flight for what I do. For the maintenance pre-flight, post-maintenance pre-flight, we're going to spend a little bit more time going ahead and checking everything over. Still going to do it the same order. We're going to start with that. The reason to do fluids first is so that you can call the fuel truck or adjust your plans early on in the pre-flight process. Good to know, even after doing just one tank, that we already have enough fuel to get to back from Butler to Allegheny County. My pretty standard fuel check is to go drain both sumps into the gas jar and then dump it into pilot side wing, the left wing. Then I turn on the fuel selector from off to both, at which point I can drain the cal drain. So we check these pins, make sure they're all installed, make sure that nothing rubs inside the stabilator. This is all secure. Stabilator trim knob, that should be fine. This is kind of an interesting thing in Cardinals, this little vent A lot of the time mechanics end up installing them backwards. And one of the reasons why this is set up this way is to pressurize the tail cone and keep exhaust from getting sucked through. So if it gets pulled around the other way, it can actually sort of suck some exhaust into the cabin. Here's another thing you really want to watch out for on Cardinals. Every pre-flight, there's a little clip here, and the clip holds the fuel vent in place. So when this was ever to start to slip out of its clip or anything like that, we'd be in big trouble. Super big trouble. Look for this not being blocked by any of the rubber material being in the wrong place.
This refers to the oil cooler air inlet. I found the baffling misplaced after maintenance before.
This here, static vent both sides, pitot tube, stall warning, come around, see that this is in fact, yep, looks good. Clip looks good in both places. Flap seems secure. One of the things that's really nice about the Cardinal is, unlike a Cessna 172, you don't have to adjust the seat every time you get in, which is super nice because of that wide door. The downside is that when you take the plane to the mechanic, you do have to adjust the seat, and now you have to remember where you put it.
Cessnas in particular have some history of seat slide back with dangerous consequences. The seat tracks are inspected during each annual as part of an airworthiness directive, but it's still a good idea to do a little wiggle to make sure the seat is firmly set every time.
Clear!
Butler traffic, Cessna 337, about 2 miles to the north.
I do run-ups using a flow that moves positionally around the cockpit from fuel selector to max.
Pressure good.
Then I confirmed that I checked everything with a checklist. I don't use the checklist as a do list like I did back when I was a primary student.
I got right off my nose. You're passing right in front of me. You're at my 11 o'clock right now. I've got you. Copy that. Now I'm going behind you.
Normally I would only select flaps 10, the takeoff flap setting, during the run-up. Since maintenance was done, this time I also checked the full flap travel.
In the pattern, Butler traffic.
Butler traffic, RB4 Alpha Kilo, turning base 8, Butler, full stop.
Butler County traffic, Cherokee 93 Charlie, left crosswind break, staying in a pattern, Butler.
Hey, yeah, I see all 4 cylinders looking good now.
I'm looking for you in the crosswind. I'm coming.
Had a problem with this.
For downwind here.
Cylinder 1 was not, cylinder head temp was not sometimes reading correctly, and so now it's reading correctly. Great.
Other traffic, RV86 Delta turning final, 8 Butler, full stop.
Butler traffic, Cessna 337 at pattern altitude, entering downwind for runway 8, Butler.
And Butler
Connect checks, good.
93 Charlie, left downwind for 8, touch and go, Butler. Landing.
Butler traffic says the 92141 is 11 miles north of the field, north of Lake Arthur on the east end. Maneuvering Butler.
Okay, doors and windows are closed and locked. The fuel sector is both. Cowl flaps are open. Instruments are checked. Transponder set. Flaps are at 10 degrees. The props full forward. Controls.
It's always extra important to check control orientation after maintenance. Control reversal accidents have occurred, and this is when they occur.
Are checked. Lights on. Extra rich. Door handle is in a slightly different spot than it used to be, but it is definitely fully locked.
Butler County traffic, Cessna 819 at Charlie Mike, turning base, runway 8, Butler.
Butler traffic, Cardinal 667 will hold short and take off after the landing traffic on base, Butler.
Butler Skyhawk 297 entering a left downwind for runway 8, Butler.
Butler County traffic, Cherokee 93 Charlie, left crosswind for 8, stay in a pattern, Butler.
On a beautiful weekend day, traffic was quite busy at Butler.
Butler County traffic, Cessna 819 at Charlie Mike, turning final, runway 8, touch and go, Butler. Traffic Skyline 815 X-ray, about 3 miles from Elster. It's going to be
One thing that's a useful trick is if we're sitting here on the ground at the hold short line waiting for somebody to come in and we want to go back to having the mixture be lean, then we just put we go ahead and put our hand on the mixture knob the whole time that we have it back leaned, and that way we make sure that if we're either going to take our hand off and put it back to rich, or
left base, runway 8, full stop.
Butler County traffic, Cherokee 93 Charlie, left downwind for 8, touch and go, Butler.
Butler traffic, Cardinal 67 takeoff, runway 8, straight out departure. Butler.
Butler traffic, Skyhawk 297 turning final, runway 8, full stop.
Okay, gear and flaps up. We got that airplane in front of us. We're gonna keep them to our left. They're turning left to go around in the pattern.
Alpha, Shannon 815 X-ray, left turn and left base for runway 10 Alpha.
Butler traffic, Cardinals 667, straight out departure, climbing out 2,400. The traffic turning crosswind in sight to our left. Butler.
Traffic, Shannon 815 X-ray, turn and left final runway 10.
All right, the plane is flying great. Everything's good here. Pittsburgh approach, Cardinal 52667, VFR about 10 miles south of Butler. Like flight following to Allegheny County at 3,000.
Cardinal 52667, Pittsburgh departure, squawk 0315 and ident, maintain VFR.
0315, ident, 667.
Mooney 3555 November, Pittsburgh departure, hello. Plan on the ILS for visual approach, runway 10 into Allegheny County, maintain 9,000. Cardinal 667's radar contact. We'll call it about 18 miles east of the Greater Pittsburgh International Airport. Show you at 3,000, maintain VFR. And landing runway 10 County, there 8, it's November.
We have November at Allegheny County, 667.
Well, 667, thanks. Report to the field in sight.
Wilco 667. All right, this looks good. Engine oil pressure and temperature look good. All 4 cylinders look good. I got the cylinder head temp for cylinder 1 working again.
Departure, Mooney 9er.
The only downside to the equipment that I have in this airplane in terms of engine monitoring is that it's actually a first generation
Mooney 9er, 119er Yankee. Off Butler, landing Rochester, Romeo,
first generation
Charlie.
inside gem.
5,500 feet, VFR request flight following.
And the first generation inside gem
And what type Mooney
not
are you?
actually tell you with
F20
digits
Papa.
what the temperatures are. So instead it just gives you this bar graph, which is nice, but it doesn't tell you exactly where it is. But actually temperatures look like they might be a little bit lower, and it's a fairly cool day. It might be that cowling has been put on a little bit better in terms of making sure the baffles are in the right place.
Yankee, squawk 5125 and ident, please. The Pittsburgh altimeter 3026.
5125, 198.
And Pittsburgh approach, Cardinal 667 is County Airport in sight.
Cardinal 667, thanks. Your radar service terminates. Remain on that beacon code, though. Contact Allegheny Tower now on 121.1.
We'll contact them on 1211. 667, thanks.
68 Alpha Mike and wind 050 at 9, reposition taxiway Bravo southeast, line clear for takeoff on course approved.
Taxiway Bravo clear for takeoff on course approved. Right up there.
County Tower, Cardinal 52667, 10 miles to the north, inbound with November.
Cardinal 5266, I'm sorry, was that 5266 Sierra?
52667.
52667, enter a left base runway 10.
Left base for 10667.
November 52667, left base runway 10, runway 10, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 10667. Okay, I got a green light. The gear is down. Passenger carriage mixture prop seatbelts.
Hold short, runway 1002 here.
Flaps 20. Gears down.
Air 52667, turn right taxiway Charlie, say parking.
Right Charlie, park at hangar 1, 667.
67, right Charlie, left Alpha Bravo, taxi park.
Right Charlie, left Alpha Bravo, 2, parking 667.
1302 Sierra, runway 10, clear for takeoff, and you're going up northwest bound. Runway 10, clear to land, 10206.
Clear to land on runway 10, Fox 14 Hotel.
Subscribe to my channel for more Cardinal flying videos, and leave a comment or click like to let me know if you like this video.